And let's take a look at some of our national and international headlines for this Tuesday. It is June 20th, 2017, and as always, we have more stories at our fingertips than we possibly have time for in a 3 to 5 minute video. And therefore, if you'd like more news, become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com, and I will send you 30 to 40 minutes audio, which you can download directly onto your iPod or whatever device and listen to it on the way to work. That's more news than you're going to get anywhere else. Let's take a look at some of the headlines. Beginning out of Greenland, it looks like 4 people are missing after a possible tsunami hit a remote village. There was an earthquake of about 4.0 and then a big wave that came through. And that wave was carrying a bunch of ice, knocked down some... The devastation is really quite remarkable when you think about what a wave carrying ice can do. It knocked apart some of the structures in the area. 4 people missing. Fresh talks about Syria are set now for July 10th in Astana. They're also talking about holding talks in Geneva. Whether or not they're going to be simultaneous or at a different time, they haven't said for sure. This, as Iran has struck so-called terror bases in Syria, as it has launched its first missiles at another country in 30 years. Last time they launched missiles was 1988 during the Iran-Iraq war. In this case, if you recall, Iran has teamed up with Russia along with Assad against the terrorists, so-called Islamic State, whatever, that is being supported by other countries. It's not exactly clear who it is that the United States is supporting there in Syria, because technically the United States is targeting ISIS, but at the same time they are supporting the rebels who are targeting the government that is also being targeted by ISIS. You see, that's why the talks are necessary. And the United States shot down a Syrian jet. This is an actual Air Force, Syrian Air Force. This is a soldier, well, I guess technically an airman, in his jet, serving his country, shot down by an American serviceman serving his country. So this is not a terrorist. This is another member of another armed forces being targeted, shot down by the United States. Russia, in response on Monday, cut the deconflict channel, saying we are now going to target every U.S. and allied coalition jet that comes into our airspace. Hey, de-escalation. What a great idea. In Seattle, police shot and killed a mentally unstable pregnant mother of 4. She had called to report a burglary attempt. When they showed up, she came out with a knife. Family members say that she was showing them the knife. Police said that she was threatening them. They shot her dead. Obviously, her baby dead as well. She was only 3 months pregnant. The Grenfell Tower death toll has risen officially to 79. However, 5 people that had been listed as missing before have now been confirmed safe. And you may have heard about the Finsbury Park mosque attack in London. A white man driving his car intentionally rammed into some pedestrians outside a mosque, saying, as he did it, that he was going to kill all Muslims. He managed to kill 1, and there were 10 others injured. He was taken into custody, and the act has been roundly smashed as an act of terrorism, regardless of who is doing it. There's another terror attack in Paris, or so-called. An armed driver smashed into a police van. They shot him dead. Anybody else was injured. And some interesting details coming out about the collision between that Japanese ship and the USS Fitzgerald. Apparently, everybody was asleep on the Japanese cargo ship. It was on autopilot when it rammed into the American vessel, which nobody can figure out why. Think about this. The Fitzgerald was a $1.5 billion ship bristling with radar. It didn't see the cargo ship coming? What happened? And why is there this discrepancy in time? The Navy's saying the attack happened at 1:30 a.m., the collision. Japan saying it happened at 2:20 a.m. Which is it? Each side sticking to their story. Last story, and this will be my subject commentary. The South Korean president has vowed to end the use of nuclear power. Have we created Godzilla or something? I don't know. You'll hear my commentary on that. And if you've got comments for me, a tip for news, or what have you, send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.